So very happy to see you once again and welcome to this new moon meditation. This time we are getting together for the new moon in Virgo. There's a lot to say about this new moon, so I'm going to try to put all the information because there's a lot of information in the skies tonight. And I've tried to put that information in order, so but there's a lot of it. So let's start. First of all, just as a reminder, a new moon is when the sun and the moon are together somewhere in the sky. Today, they are together in the sign of Virgo, exactly at 11 degrees, 4 minutes of Virgo. You can take a look at your chart and see in which house this moon falls. So if you have a chart in front of you, you check 11 degrees of Virgo, and the houses are the little like high kind of stairs, and it will tell you in which area of your life it has a particular impact. Although, as I've been saying for the past few months, like these moons are so strong that they really impact us entirely in an entire, let's say, in all aspects of our incarnation or existence. It was exact last night, in the middle of the night, at 1:55 a.m. Universal time, so 2:55 here in Morocco, and a little bit earlier for those who are further east, and a little bit later for those who are further west. So, as you know by now, new moons mark the beginning of a cycle. So they are a perfect moment to seed intentions, start a project, bring change into your life, engage into something new, or just engage into something that you have been wanting to engage in. And one of the things that I would like you to understand is that during the next 2 weeks, the moon is going to grow, and it's going to take whatever movement that you have engaged for the new moon, it's going to make it grow with it. So that's for you to integrate the fact that new moons are really super favorable moments to start new things, to seed plants as well. Hang on, some mic is open. Let me check. Okay, so everyone's mic is closed. So yes, this is a great time to seed something new, including plants. So let's start by looking at the archetype of Virgo. Virgo, as you know, it's that season of the year where we are harvesting and we start to kind of sort whatever harvest that we have gathered. So separating the grain from the hay, for example, if we are harvesting wheat. So it has an archetype that is connected to nurturing. It's the archetype of the mother in the sense of the creator mother, the matrix mother, the divine womb, the one that gives life, but also that understands that we are all connected, that we are all one. That is also in relation to the axis Virgo Pisces, which we're going to speak about a little later. So just remember that we are in the presence of the concept of the matrix, the mother, the divine womb, the creative mother, the creator mother. The mantra of Virgo is I analyze. It's really speaking about discernment. This is grain, this is not grain. This goes here, this goes there. This is, it's really discerning what's good, what's not good. This is where the analysis, the sense of analysis comes from. The attributes of Virgo are hard work, order, service, daily routines. Virgo is very related to our daily habits, things that are very detailed in our everyday lives. It's related to health and healing, and it's related to purity, purification, cleanliness. All these are ideas or concepts that go with Virgo. The tools of Virgo, and you'll understand later why I'm extending my description of Virgo. The tools of Virgo are regularity, discipline, methodology, daily habits. It's not about big ideas. It's about things that happen in your daily life that make up your day. And it's discernment. That's a great tool of Virgo. Understanding what's good, what's not. Sometimes this verges on criticism, too much criticism, but it's really discernment that we are interested in. The negative aspects of Virgo, which are important to understand so that we don't fall into these aspects, are too much structure or too much rigidity, unable to be flexible, or the fear of new things or things that are different, too much control, and as I said, too much criticism. So you get an idea of the energy that we are dealing with at the moment. Coming back to the axis Virgo Pisces, this is a very important axis. It's the axis where the masters get together during the moon in May. The name is escaping me. Vesak, the Vesak moon. And let's go a little bit into this. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. It's the one where we recognize or we remember that we are all one and we return to the one. And Virgo is the emotional aspect of the earth energy in the zodiac, the body being Taurus and the mind being Capricorn. And in that sense, Virgo can be seen as the mother in service of all, because it recognizes that we are one, fractalized into many, and serving all of creation. So one thing that is important to know as well about Virgo, sitting between Taurus and Capricorn, is to find balance inside the Virgo archetype. We can borrow the sense of purpose and the inner power of Capricorn, which is the spiritual aspect of Earth, to transcend the material aspects of life by working on ourselves. The material aspects of life are the ones carried by Taurus. And by borrowing from the one, transcending the other, we find the balance and order in our lives. So it's very related to our incarnation, to being here and balancing things out. Libra, after the 22nd of this month, will bring more balance, but finding the order in our incarnation is really brought by Virgo. So said differently, it reminds us that to reach what we want, Capricorn, we need to change our routines, daily routines, and put order in our lives. So it's also a moment to become aware of our purpose. Last moon, there was already like this idea that was very present, finding our purpose, understanding what it is, and having like a destination to go to, a vision to lead us and to pull us. It's again another theme this time. So this moon has a lot to tell us about our path, and that's why I'm taking the time to go into detail about the archetype of Virgo, and to go in depth so that we understand the keys for this energy and the keys for this moon to work with this moon. So first big theme for this moon, this is the moment, or the season rather, of renovation and innovation, both personally and collectively. And this is due to two events that are together with this moon, but that not related particularly with this moon, but they happen at the same time. So they are part of the energy that we're dealing with. First big event, Uranus has started to move retrograde on the 1st of September. That's 2 days ago. Uranus is a huge planet, and its direction of movement changing is very important. It impacts us a lot. What's Uranus? What's the archetypes of Uranus? It's the planet of truth, awakening, innovation, change, connection to others, all others on all realms. So other humans, other species, other dimensions, everything, all creation. Uranus speaks of authenticity. So Uranus going retrograde is asking us the question, what is original about you? What is original about myself? What is my authentic self? How can that be expressed? And what am I doing with this? Am I bringing it to my life? Am I enjoying it? Am I hiding it? So it's really weeks. It's going to last until the 30th of January to ask ourselves those questions and to be really honest. There is no room for hiding or for maybe shying away from seeing our truth, because sometimes it can be painful. We've got a lot of help to be able to sustain whatever that needs to be seen. So it's really the time to do this work. Really, I encourage you to take the time to do it. We've got a few months, even not just weeks, few months, but it's worth doing. So it's really what Uranus is telling us, it's the time to reinvent ourselves. It's now. We can do it. It's time to recognize our calling and to follow it and to be our authentic selves. And at the same time, there's another very important planet that has made a strong move. It's Pluto. Pluto has just entered the last degree of Capricorn. Remember, Pluto is retrograde. I think it started its retrograde movement at the beginning of June, if I'm not mistaken. And it was in Aquarius, and it was going back into Aquarius, and now boom, it's entering Capricorn, and it's going to stay in the last degree of Capricorn until the 19th of November. So it's more, let's say, a stretch of weeks than months. But it's a very important degree of Capricorn because it's the one that kind of expresses most or with the most intensity all the archetypes of Capricorn, especially the concepts of structure, the concepts of limitation, the concept of rules, regulation, everything that has prevented us from being that authentic self. So here Pluto, what it's asking us to do is to revise those structures that we have lived by so far and to break those limitations, because this is what Pluto does. Pluto just invites us to destroy the old and rise up from the ashes to build the new. And this is what we're going to be facing over the next few weeks, months. Is it intense? Yes, it is. Is it worth the work and the attention? Absolutely. A million times. And once Pluto leaves the ends of Capricorn, that's it. It will not come back for another 250 years. So not in our lifetime. So it's kind of the last chance to make that revision. It was already there a few months ago. So now it's coming back, let's say for a cleanup or for the last bits that needs cleaning. And so I think it's worth getting close to that subject and revising things. We've got a lot of help to do that, really a lot. So that's the first theme, renovation, innovation, both on the personal level and collective level. Obviously, Uranus and Pluto, given their um, slow orbit and the way they move across the zodiac, they affect the collective, really. So the same everything that I said right now about structures, limitations, etc., is likely to be seen on the social scale. Now, the second big theme for this moon is tuning into our soul purpose. There's many aspects that guide us towards that. First of all, the sun and the moon, who are 11 of Virgo, 11 degrees of Virgo, are opposing Saturn in Pisces. And this is asking us three questions. What is my purpose? I'll come back to what it means, purpose. Does my purpose serve humanity or others? And how am I getting there? How am I going towards my purpose? This is what it means. So I want to go back to the purpose, the idea of purpose and the concept of purpose. It's really something quite simple. The purpose is what makes me happy. That's my purpose. It's what brings me joy. It's not a mental construct about my responsibility for or whatever. It's really something that needs to be felt and that has an immediate response from your body, from your emotions. Sometimes really just thinking about, if you're wondering what's my purpose and you're thinking, I don't know, I'm just going to invent something. I want to be a dancer. If just thinking of you dancing or becoming a dancer, lights up sparks everywhere in your body or in your head, then yeah, that's your purpose. We'll see a little bit later how we can bring that into our day-to-day life. But it's very important to have that in mind. The joy that's associated with your purpose. So first of all, what's my purpose? Does it serve humanity or others? Knowing that things that we do or the intentions that we set that serve beyond our own personal interest, serve others, will always get more traction to manifest than the ones that are purely centered on our own little personal needs. That's a universal rule. You can be sure of that. I won't go into the oneness and that whatever we do, we need kind of basic now to do it with a sense of oneness and connectedness with everyone. But just know that this rule is an absolute rule. And how am I getting there? What structures am I putting in place to get there? Second sub-idea of the soul purpose is we're invited to expand our outlook, to really open up to different ideas or ideas that were there but hidden that we weren't aware of. So we have Jupiter that is involved in that opposition between Saturn and Sun and Moon, forming a semi-square, a semi-square. So Jupiter is the one that invites us to expansion. Maybe it's in a different country. Maybe it's in a field that I've never explored before. Maybe it's something that comes from my childhood and I've forgotten, and now I realize that it's very important to me. Maybe. It's just like open up to all the possibilities that are there and really open to be touched by things that can show you your path. Does it make sense? I hope it does. And in this square, we have on the other side of Jupiter, we have a master star called Antares. It's a royal star. And as you know, fixed stars, it's a fixed star, are very sharp in the message they deliver, in the energy they deliver. And here they are really in an almost perfect semi-square with the sun and moon and opposing Jupiter. So the help that they are bringing is very direct and very focused. Antares is the higher octave of Mars. So it has that sense of action, of empowerment, of moving on. It's the nature of its energy is dragon. It's very powerful. It brings order into chaos, light into darkness, and it is one of the stars that helps bridge heaven and earth. So it's the perfect energy for that type of work, to bring order when you're looking for, okay, what's my true purpose? What's my authentic self? Where am I? Where do I want to be? What sort of human, what sort of person do I want to be? And that will help us bring light into all of that. And we have more, more help. We have Mercury that is connecting to Uranus. We've spoken about Uranus a few minutes ago. And connecting also to the galactic center, where that is supposed to be the center of our solar system. So this is telling us is telling us to open to ideas that are breaking the mold, that are really super new, that maybe we have never thought about, that seems completely crazy or unachievable or impossible or outside of our reach. But it's time to consider them. Maybe we will not necessarily latch on them completely, but just feel that openness, that yes, it is a possibility, where perhaps before it wasn't even in the realm of possibilities. And that's the change of posture that this moon is bringing with it. To open up, to, find the frequency of our soul purpose and to put order so that we can reach it, if I had to summarize it all. So it doesn't mean that we have to change everything tomorrow. If we find that, I don't know, I'm an accountant and I want to be a painter, and so I just throw everything and become a painter tomorrow. No, not necessarily. Maybe if it's a possibility, but not necessarily. But what it means, it's time to start bringing that thing that brings us joy into our lives and start putting, things in our daily life, step by step that will take us there. And we have the help of, obviously being in Virgo, that we are in the perfect environment to do that. We have the help of Saturn, the help of Uranus, Pluto, Mercury, so much help to do that. And this cross that I just described, involving Jupiter, Sun, Moon, Saturn, and Antares, is happening in mutable signs. Mutable signs are signs that invite us to adjustments, not to revolutions. If you feel like making a revolution, knock yourself out. But adjustments are good enough. This is the time for that. And it's really time to connect to our dreams, to what really inspires us, to what we believe are our ideals in a really proactive manner, because we have the help for that. Mars is squaring Neptune in Pisces. Mars is like giving us, as well as Antares, as I said before, is really giving us a sense of action. One thing to be careful about, obviously, all of what I described, we need to be careful not to fall into the excess of it. And one of them would be to fall in illusion and fear because of everything that is happening in Pisces, Neptune being there, and Saturn being there. So, you know, just use the discernment that Virgo, the moon is Virgo, is bringing to us, and that the sun will be in Virgo until the 22nd of the month, until we move into Libra and we change seasons. So we have that energy that help us distinguish, you know, what's right, what's not, what brings us joy, what doesn't. So yeah, so that's the second big idea, is to tune into our soul's purpose and to open up, to expand our outlook about what could be our purpose. Or, I mean, again, if it's just a readjustment, that's perfect. And last but not least, this is the time to start looking into how to manifest that into our reality, and how to tweak our daily routines, our days, the way we do things, our relationships, the way our life is organized to serve that purpose of ours. As I said, Virgo is the sign of our daily routines. So this is the time to do that. And this is the second part of the work that is being asked of us, to create the habits, the discipline, to open our diaries, to make space into our diaries for the things that we want to achieve, all the things that we dream about. To tweak our realities to that purpose. And remember, it's a journey. Whatever we decide is the path today might change tomorrow. It's fine, it's part of the journey. What counts is to keep your eyes on the vision and to keep the faith that I am co-creating my reality. And as long as I have a vision, I can readjust my path. And I can make moves as I learn with every step that I take. So what really counts when it comes to manifesting is to act with the intention. And then the rest is a learning process. Additional help comes from another fixed star that is almost exactly conjunct to the sun and moon, which is beautiful. It's a star called Zosma, and it's a fixed star that helps cleanse blockages and unconscious fears. So once again, it helps us see beyond everything maybe that was blocking our view, and helping us see beyond that, maybe rediscover what really brings us joy, what really makes us happy. Bashar is amazing. For those of you who know Bashar, channeled by Daryl Anka, like he's amazing in describing how we can create our reality by following our joy. And there's a lot of that in today's moon, to tune into that frequency and find it, and then bring it into our lives. And as I said, lots of help is available for that. So let's ask the Oracle of Agartha. For those who don't remember, this is what I'm using. It's in French, so I will translate a little bit later, and it's the wisdom from people from Inner Earth. So let's see if they have any further information to share with us today. Okay, here we are. Sorry, I've got a dysfunction. Can you give me 1 sec? I'm gonna stop the So this is the card that we have. It's the Hyperboreans, the ones who live in the region of the North Pole, in inner Earth. And their message is about memories. And let's see what they have to tell us. We, Hyperboreans, are the memories of your origins, the founders of the energies that have declined during a very long period and that are emerging again at the surface of Earth today. With this message, we would like to remind you of the importance of remembering. Memories or remembrance are the virtues that when they are used, no, sorry, I'll say that again. Memories have virtues when they are used for noble causes. Remember all the path that you have walked. Remember that you are more than what you perceive. Remember all the steps that you have passed in this life and the lessons you have gathered. This gives you the courage to continue your efforts and see your own transformation. Memories are, what's the name? Memories are points that can facilitate your explorations on the future, but they should never, never imprison you in an old, gone past. You understand? Okay. The essential key for this message is the memories must serve a noble cause and help you to go forward. I think it's a beautiful message for today. Because memories also is a very Capricornian energy. And it's also very much of what prevents us from seeing the world in a different manner. It's because of our childhood, our programming, whatever. So using that as a way to nurture our vision of the future, I think is beautiful. So here's the card again. Elephant with stars. All right. So let's start with our meditation. So today we're going to use our body a lot. We might need to stand up. So just feel free to do whatever you need to do. I will still be guiding you anyway. So, but we will be working with the body a lot at the beginning, and then we will bring everything down and go within. Let me put the music on. Do you hear me? It's super. All right. Sit comfortably, close your eyes. And we're going to start by taking a few deep breaths. Inhale through the nose and fill up your lungs. Hold your breath for a second or a couple of seconds. And exhale through the mouth, extending the exhale for as long as you can. One more time. Take a deep breath in. And this time, try to find a little bit more space in your body for more air. Maybe in your shoulders, in your back, in your clavicles, in your lower abdomen. And hold your breath for a few more seconds. And exhale. And with the exhale, let go of any thoughts, any excess of energy, any tensions in your body. And one last time, take a deep breath in. Hold. And exhale. The last drop of air in your lungs. And come back to normal breathing with your eyes still closed. And we're going to start by massaging our body with as much attention as we can. Starting with the feet going up towards the head, with the intention to bring more flexibility into our physical body. Start with your feet, wiggle your toes, move your ankles. When you feel your body needs a little help, massage the joints. Use your own power to heal yourself through your hands, to give love to your body, to give self-love to your body. And try to listen, feel where your body needs help. To be a little bit more flexible. Massaging your joints, the muscles, the tendons. Engaging completely with your body. Take your time. Get up if you need to. Move your knees. And listen. Go to your hips. And flex your hips in all directions, or in the direction you feel it needs stretching. Stretch your back. Extend your spine. twist it left and right. Now place your attention on your hands and flex your fingers, your hands, your elbows, your shoulders. Move them to the back, to the front. Gently move your neck, very gently, to the front, to the back, to the left, to the right. Look to your right and look to your left. Come back to a seated position. Finally, stretch your arms above your head. And release. And to finish with that part, I'm going to describe the next part and then we'll do it together. We're going to take a deep inhale, and during the inhale, we're going to try to contract every single muscle that we are aware of. Raise your shoulders, make fists with your hands, make faces with your face, and contract everything you can contract for a few seconds. And when I give the signal, release your breath and all the muscles in one go. We're going to do it 3 times. And while we are contracting everything, we are holding our breath with our lungs full. We start together. Inhale deeply, fill up your lungs, and contract everything you have. Stretch your arms, make fists, contract your face, your belly, your lower back, your legs, everything you can contract, and hold. And release in one go. Let your arms fall, let your shoulders fall, and stay completely still. One more time. Take a deep breath in and contract everything and hold. Keep holding, stretch with maximum strength. Contract, contract, contract. And release. Last time, take a deep breath in. Fill up your lungs, stretch your arms, contract your fists, your face, your legs, your belly, your back, your shoulders. And hold and hold and hold a little bit more. Then release. And don't move for a few seconds. Now place your attention on your breath and observe your state of being. Observe your body, any sensations, how you feel. and place your attention at the base of your spine. And with the support of our breath, we're going to move along the spine from the base to the head. We move up very slowly, vertebra by vertebra, acknowledging each vertebra and the space between one and the next one. Slowly move along your lower back, and put all your attention into feeling the structure of your spine, the bones and the spaces, how each vertebra has a connection with the previous one and the next one, the space between them, and how you can stretch that space. Slowly elongating your spine as you're moving along to the middle of the back. Continue to move on, going up to my upper back, between my shoulders, and I go up into my neck, stretching a little bit more, feeling every space, every vertebra, until I reach the first one, the one that supports my head, Atlas. I take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And I now place my focus on my crown. I inhale, my crown opens like a lotus flower, and I receive golden light with my inhale. And as I exhale, this light goes through my entire spine, my central axis, down into my base, my root, my perineum, and into the ground. With each cycle, I receive more golden light at the inhale, and I direct that towards my root at the exhale. Along the way, I allow this golden light to penetrate my entire body. Breath after breath, I feel a strong connection through my axis between the sky and earth. When I feel this, I can release my breath and take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And I place my attention on my heart. And I realize that there too, I find a source of golden light that with each heartbeat and with the blood circulation nourishes and purifies my entire body down to every cell. I take a moment to observe this process. This loop going from my heart and coming to my heart. I can place my hand, my left hand on the heart, and my right hand in my lower belly. And I listen carefully to each heartbeat. And I join each cycle with the intention of nourishing and purifying every cell in my body. And I become aware that with each cycle, with each breath, my cells receive new information with the oxygen they get, expanding with each cycle the realm of possibilities until my body regenerates entirely. I understand that with each breath, I am creating new paths of evolution for myself, thus opening new possibilities for my reality. And it is up to me to choose to take those paths, to seize those possibilities or not. I take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And I listen to my body. I feel its flexibility. And I recognize the new options for movement that are born with every breath, with every heartbeat. And in that observation, I find the truth within me. And I set out on the journey towards my purpose with dedication and faith, recognizing and opening to new possibilities, and knowing that I co-create my reality. I analyze, I believe, I am, and activate with my voice. A deep breath in and a deep breath out. And slowly I stretch, start moving out of my head. And when I'm ready, I can open my eyes. Thank you very much once again for being here today and sharing this moment. I wish you a beautiful new moon, and I will see you at the next full moon, which is also a lunar eclipse, in 2 weeks. Thank you.